Hello and welcome to HyperScouts around the world in 80 countries. So we are very excited to bring this to you and it is exactly what it says on the tin. We are going to be going around the world each day and we are going to have 80 days in total with different countries in them. So we will be bringing you an activity or a challenge from each country. You'll learn lots of different facts, language, you'll learn about the scouting in that country, different foods that they eat, etc. So today we are starting off from the home of HyperScout. We are in England. So England is a country, as you know, because you live in it, of many different traditions and customs. You have May Day holidays, you have May Bank holidays, there's maypole dancing, Morris dancers, all sorts of strange things like cheese rolling. They do well dressing up in sort of Derbyshire area. So what we're going to do today is challenge you to bring us an afternoon tea, because we thought cheese rolling might be a little bit dangerous, so this is a bit safer depending on your cooking skills. So you can make whatever you want for your afternoon tea, but we do want you to do a savoury dish, a sweet dish, a drink and a scone, or a scone, depending how you say it. Also, we're not going to get into the argument of what comes first, the cream or the jam. I don't like cream, so I just leave it out and I don't have to worry about which is correct. So it could be a sweet or a savoury scone. It can have anything in it that you like. Maybe you'll make a chocolate one, who knows. But make sure that you share your pictures with us, because we would love to see your creations. And here is a video of us making just a traditional fruit scone. So we're going to make a nice and easy recipe of just some traditional scones. This is just a basic recipe, but you can add whatever ingredients you want to it. You can also make it into a cheese scones if you wanted to, instead of making it fruit. So what we're going to start off with is by putting 350 grams of raisin flour into a bowl. Then you will need a teaspoon of baking powder. So just empty that in. Luckily these sachets are 1 teaspoon, so I don't have to measure it. Then what you're going to do is add 85 grams of butter into the mixture. So once you have added the butter, what you need to do is just use your fingers and just rub it through the mixture until the mixture looks like breadcrumbs. So it's quite messy. You need to try and keep it on the ends of your fingers rather than on your hands itself. So just keep going until it's all mixed in. And as I say, it will look like breadcrumbs. Okay, so once it's mixed up and it sort of resembles, as I say, the finer breadcrumbs, what you're going to do is add your sugar, and that's 3 tablespoons, and then just give it a good stir so it's all mixed up completely. So next to the mix, what I'm going to add is just a couple of drops of vanilla extract. This is optional, but it just gives it a nice flavour. And then what you're going to do with your mixture is make a well in the middle. So just make a well in the middle to pour your milk into the centre. So you pour the milk into the middle of the dry ingredients, then tip your sultanas in. Now I have some leftover glacier cherries here. So I'm going to add those in because I quite like a nice cherry scone. They can come out. Perhaps I should have cut them up, but I quite like a nice bit of fruit in my scone. So now you're just going to combine the mixture until it's all mixed up. So it will start to look quite wet to start with until you've combined it all. So just keep going until it makes almost like a dough in the middle. You see? Just make sure you've got all of those dry ingredients and just mix it up. And it will feel quite heavy when you're mixing it. It's going to give your muscles a bit of a workout. So once your mixture's into one bowl, what you need to do is just get a bit of flour and just dust the surface that you're going to put it on. You can do this on a board if you have a board to do it on. You might need a bit of flour on your hands as well. And all you're going to do is just pat it into a bit of a circle. Not going to roll it out or anything like that. Really simple. So you're just going to pat it down. And what you need to have prepared as well before you do this, sorry I should have said, is a tray with some greaseproof paper on, and also to have preheated your oven to sort of 200 degrees. So the traditional shaped scone is just to use like a round fluted cookie cutter. However, I can't seem to find mine, so I'm just going to use a heart shape. And all you're going to do is just cut them out. And place it on the baking tray. And just keep cutting it out till all the mixture has gone. You may need to pat some of the mixture back together to form another lump before you can cut the rest of them out. So they're about 2 to 3 centimetres thick. Just try and get them even. I know some of these are not quite as even as I would want, because it just makes it easier for when you come to cook them. And then what you need to do is brush the tops of them with a bit of milk or a beaten egg to make them go golden brown, and then you bake them 10 minutes approximately.